Poll workers in Michigan continue to come forward as more and more citizens in the state are demanding a full forensic audit. One America's Christina Bobb has more from Detroit.
Scott Brown, you were a Republican poll challenger here in Detroit at the TCF Center. You saw a few things that concerned you, particularly about the different treatment between Republican poll challengers like yourself and some of the Democrats. What did you see?
The biggest thing that concerned me was that every time we challenged a ballot, as a Republican, every time we challenged the ballot, if they would ignore us and we became adamant that we challenged the ballot, they would call the police and have us removed from the building. And there was multiple times when they had a policeman on each arm and they would take them right out and toss them out of the room. And once we were out of the room, we were not allowed to come back in again.
Simply for challenging the ballot?
Simply for challenging the ballot.
So were Republican challenges to different ballots or procedures ever properly logged?
From what I saw, no, not at all. And several of them that I had challenged, I got harumphed, and then the supervisor walked away with the ballot. And I asked if it was put down, and they said no.
And you spent a lot of time at the TCF Center, and it appears that as the days went on, more and more people started gathering outside. Republicans would need to leave to go get food or water or whatever they needed. Democrats didn't. How did that work?
Yeah, the Republicans had to leave because we had to get our own lunches. They catered in lunches for all the Democrats that were working. They had a separate room upstairs that they could go up and they could eat up there. And the Republicans had to go out to buy their lunch. And once you left the hall, you did not sign out, you just left. And when you went to come back, they would not let you back in.
But that didn't happen to the Democrats.
It did not. They could come in and out, it didn't matter.
So what did you see as far as the in the size of numbers? Like how many Democrats were working there versus how many Republicans?
Well, at 2:30 in the morning, the first day, there was 3 of Democrats there, and the rest of the room was, there was 3 Republicans there, and the rest of the room was Democrats.
And hundreds others? Or?
Yes, hundreds.
So hundreds. Like 100 to 1 Democrats?
Right. We started at 6:30 a.m. and we went till the next day at 2:30 a.m. is when we finally went home. About 10 o'clock a.m., everybody that was at the counting booths, all the Democrats, laid their heads down on the tables, and they all went to sleep. I asked somebody, I said, what's going on with the ballots? Why aren't you counting? And I was told the ballots were done. They were done counting ballots. So at 2:30 in the morning, I figured, well, I might as well go home and get a couple hours of sleep. So I left. Why
didn't they send everybody home if they were done counting ballots?
I have no idea why. Just in case the secret shipment came in.
Wow. Well, sir, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Want to see more videos like this? Visit OANN.com for immediate access to all the clips you've been waiting to see.